Hi, and welcome to another edition of Onside SA, our soccer show that lets you know what's going on. Things are really building up. We've had 12 matches in the Premier League, and we'll start off with that because we've got last one standing. And Budge, people got it right this week for once.
Superb. Only 1 out of 60 went out.
That's right. I see the guy, Crystal Palace, and they shouldn't have lost.
They shouldn't have lost. Should have won easily, yeah.
But now, obviously, people have used up their 5 weeks. They've used up their big teams. And looking to see who's favourite to go through. We've got a few people. Sean Phillips still got 3.
Yeah.
Mark Curry,
Yeah.
he's still got 3. Good Spurs boy. Gavin Radford, 2.
He's got 2. Trevor Furry.
Trevor Furry went through with some...
Bournemouth and Burnley.
So he's got to be one of the favourites to come
Yeah,
through. And what about Roger Scott?
Well, Roger, I wrote his 5 teams he's used down. For me, he's odds-on shot if he doesn't bottle it. He's used Liverpool and Spurs, Newcastle, Swansea and Burnley. He's still got all the big teams to play.
So
He's got Man United, Man City, he's got Chelsea and he's got Arsenal. So next few weeks...
I see a few of the top sides are locking horns, so it'll be difficult. But so, Budge, 59 left?
59 left,
The week 5, 59 left. We've told you who the favourites, but Roger Scott, the money's come for Roger Scott to win the trip. But just before we get onto Premiership news, we're going to speak to our pundit in the UK. Stevie B, you with us?
Thank you.
Stevie?
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, Steve. Budge and I here waiting for you, and obviously we're going to start off, Stevie, with Fulham's fantastic win.
Well, that was an exceptional result on Tuesday. Yeah.
You think that's the turning of the season for you, Steve?
I hope so. I mean, it was a crazy game. I mean, obviously you score 5 goals away from home, you expect to win comfortably, and then we were sort of hanging on in the last couple of minutes. But no, I think it's good to see Tom Kenny almost getting back to full fitness.
Okay, so you'll be at the cottage.
For us in the midfield.
So you'll be at the cottage Saturday, expecting another 3 points.
I would be, again, it's one of those games, you'd be disappointed not to win, but then we said that on several occasions this season, and we haven't won in our last sort of five home games. So we do need, if we want to start making ground on the teams in the playoff places, we need to start winning our home games.
Yeah, well, you've got our money this week. I hope we don't spook you. I see my boys Preston finally got off
they
a
did,
losing run.
That was again, that was a result you probably wouldn't have, on the back of sort of 4 defeats in a draw to go to Bristol City, who hadn't lost themselves for some time. So that's a very good result.
Yeah, I see Wolves just keep on cruising. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think. By the sounds of it, it was quite a close game when Leeds had a player sent off at 2-1, and that was it. Wolves got a couple of sort of late goals, and they've opened up a little gap now between themselves and third place at 5 points. And I think they're going to take some catching.
Just staying with the Championship for a moment, Aston Villa starting to, the juggernaut starting to roll.
They are. They've last season, I think. They found it quite tough, sort of adjusting. I think they've certainly adjusted much quicker this season. They start and a wobble early on, as we know. I think John Terry took time to get his feet settled in, but since the opening sort of few games, they've looked very strong, and they're in. As I say, they're in a comfortable playoff place at the moment. I suspect that they'll stay in that sort.
Steve, who'll be your top 2 fancies to go up straight away or automatic?
Well, I think Wolves. Certainly, I've been sort of tipping them all season, and it could be anyone. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Villa hit second spot. I just think they've got the sort of strongest squad. I mean, Sheffield United are having an incredible season. Cardiff are having a really good season, but I think Villa have got the strongest squad, and they may well strengthen in January. So, at the moment, I would have thought sort of Wolves certainly, and possibly Villa in second place.
Okay, now a curveball for you, Steve. What the hell is Chris Coleman doing taking over at Sunderland?
Really I mean, I have to say I was very surprised when the weekend it got leaked that he was about to sign a contract. I mean, with his stock has been so high after doing so well with Wales, and there were sort of Premiership clubs, positions available.
Yeah, why not wait for West Brom?
Yeah, no, West Brom, or even I think Paul Clement at Swansea is under a lot of pressure, and that's Chris Coleman's hometown. Whether or not
Steve,
he wants to go back to where he started, but I can only assume that the board at Sunderland have assured him of some funds in January. Otherwise, he's on a hiding to nothing there.
Yeah, Stevie, how many Premiership managers have gone after 12 games?
I think we've got 5.
Yeah,
5
correct.
Gone now,
5 gone. It's
5
amazing
so far, and there will be more. I think pressures. the board start to panic. When the trapdoor looks as if it could be opening for their team, I think they just seem to panic. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's at least there's one more now before Christmas.
Yeah, well, Tony Pulis will have a Christmas present coming, because one of the teams at the bottom, he'll get one of those jobs if Swansea foul Paul Clement.
I mean, the press is sort of linking him already with the Swansea job. Even though the chairman of Swansea has sort of given Paul Clement his backing, but we know from experience that's often the kiss of death. But Tony Pulis, can do a job, I think, at one of the other teams, lower level teams in the Premier League.
Yeah, well, it all looks very, very interesting, and the Premier League rolls on. And just to touch on the Premier League, people are starting to say now it's becoming an insurmountable hurdle for any team to catch Man City.
Indeed, yeah, absolutely. It's there's the big. I mean, Man City are just. You mentioned the word juggernaut before. I mean, they just seem to be taking every game in their stride. And they play away at Huddersfield, and I'd be very surprised if they don't win that comfortably on the weekend.
Huddersfield coming off a thumping.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bournemouth murdered him, yeah.
All right, Stevie, so that's all the news. We will be watching closely your beloved Fulham get on and how the championship goes, but we've got to get on with the show. Thanks very much. We'll speak to you next week.
Yeah, that's good.
All the best, Steve.
Bye.
All the best, Stevie. Thanks very much to Stephen Braham, who is a very, very clued up pundit over in the UK. Quickly on Tony Pulis. You say they already might be looking for a graph from him, or Steve said.
Well, he'll be, all those guys at the bottom. His record says he doesn't get teams relegated. So if you're a Swansea, you're not happy with Paul Clement, why not take a chance on Pulis?
Can you imagine being getting out to West Brom every week and watching a negative performance, long balls, free kicks, headers? It's just...
And they've spent money, Paul.
Yeah, that's right.
They
bought strangely, I thought. But... let's go to the Champions League. It's starting to take shape. Just to go through Liverpool. What must be going through their supporters' heads? 3-0 up against Sevilla.
3-0 up, but turned over and watched the last 10 minutes of Spurs-Dortmund game. In the second half, I thought, well, let me watch Liverpool. You never know. And Mourinho dreaming for the first goal. And after that, they were hanging on for dear life.
Penalty. Yeah, they were hanging on. They've always said Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, the back four. They concede all the time. They've got to spend money at the back.
Well, he came out and said how improved Moreno was. Then he makes two mistakes and he hooks him off.
He's got Robertson.
He's also got Milner. Milner's on the bench.
Sheesh. So that was a good Man City. They struggled, I thought. Feyenoord
they were already through, Paul, so it's just about just freshening up the side. That's all it was. I didn't watch it, but
Spurs good comeback. Dortmund, after a defeat in the local derby, a good win. Harry Kane back on the score sheet.
Yeah, I thought Son played well.
Son came out of the German league.
Yeah.
And he's got a nickname. It's like El Shreko or something, because he keeps destroying Dortmund. Dortmund sing it when he plays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He was at Bayer Leverkusen, so
That's
it wouldn't
right.
surprise me.
Yeah, he's played against Dortmund 6 times. He scored 5 times.
Shit.
Son's record, Wednesday, Chelsea.
Yeah.
They're
that was
good.
on, Paul. It started early, so I watched. There was never a penalty, and they sent the guy off.
Yeah.
And that was the end of the game.
End of the game. You can't play at 10 men.
No,
it's
not
like
against
rugby,
Chelsea.
you can't have 14, especially for long periods. Man United.
Yeah, Paul, until he took Paul Pogba off, we were in control. But, we need a point to go through. We're almost through anyway.
What type of team did he put out there?
He made a lot of changes, but you've got to freshen the squad up. So not all doom and gloom.
And then PSG.
Celtic scored first.
Wow, and they got...
Deflection from a corner. And then... And the Neymar show turned up.
Did Neymar come to the party?
A few,
Sure. Okay, let's move on. Champions League now, but this is interesting. The group winners: PSG, Barcelona, Man City, Besiktas, and Tottenham.
They've all won their groups,
Man United will win their group because
if you can't beat CSK, we need a point.
Man United will join that group. Liverpool,
they'll beat Spartak Moscow.
Yes, they would. Yeah, and then Chelsea.
Well, Chelsea play Atletico Madrid already out.
So if you're a team like Man United who win your group, you could bump Real Madrid.
Yeah, and
Bayern Munich.
Yeah, and
Juventus.
Yeah,
Sevilla, Roma.
Yeah, so it's not easy, Paul. You've just got to get lucky in the last 16. You can't play a team from your own country.
And is it home and away?
It's home and away, yeah.
Away goals, no.
Yes.
Yes. Oh God, it's tough. Okay, let's go local soccer. It's really amazing how things go. Kaiser Chiefs lost to Bidvest Wits.
Yeah, I watched a bit of that. One of the games is on, and the guy got sent off. He stood on a player. He wasn't involved in the tackle. Down he went. The guy just went and stood on him. Chiefs players don't get sent off at any time. And straight red from the free kick they scored. Hanging on at the death, Bidvest Wits, but you can only get through.
Good for Gavin, because his league form's
bottom of the league.
He's bottom of the league. Polokwane, Bloem Celtic.
Yeah, that went to penalties, Paul. I saw a little bit of it. The guy scored a great header in injury time to equalise for Polokwane. Missed a penalty shootout, but Bloem Celtic going well.
They're through. The finals Saturday,
yeah,
December
Princess
the
Magogo
2nd.
and Kwamashu. Yeah.
The finals at Kwamashu.
Yeah, small stadium, they're not going to get much of a crowd, so might as well play at a small stadium.
Yeah, that's right, Bidvest, against Bloem Celtic. Bidvest are the current champions. They're
Current
like the
champions.
Chelseas
Could
of
be
the
going
year.
out, though.
No, they'll never go out. He's too good there. Okay, but it just shows how tough the leagues are. Any league that you're involved in, you can be champion and you get rolled next time. Let's go on to PSL midweek results. Yeah. Cape Town City, Baroka. Baroka still top?
Yeah, Baroka top, yeah.
So it was an away draw.
1-0 up, Cape Town scored late on, yeah.
Okay, Orlando Pirates. I watched some of the highlights. They rolled Golden Arrows for chances.
Can't score a goal.
Can't score a goal. No score there.
Yeah.
And then Bidvest Wits at home losing to Mamelodi Sundowns.
Sundowns have got players, Paul. They're out of
side.
CAF. They'll be the team to beat in the league.
Yeah, they'll stop you. And Wednesday, interesting here. Free State Stars, Chipper, 1 each.
Yeah.
Amazulu, Kaiser Chiefs.
Well, I watched it because the Chelsea game was on early, and with a 2-hour difference with the Champions League, I watched it. Amazulu played well.
Yeah.
They should have won. They missed a penalty, dodgy penalty, but they should have won.
See, in the old days, Chiefs never had penalties
No,
against
against them anyway.
Sure. Polokwane, no score against Maritzburg, and then Platinum Stars, no score, Bloem Celtic. What are these?
Goals.
Lack of goals, 2 goals in 4 games.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at the PSL log, because
this
people
is
all know the PSL log, and Baroka Calcium on top, and 18 points. Golden Arrow still up there, Budge.
Yeah, played a game extra, 16, yeah.
Played a game extra.
Yeah.
Then Cape Town City
Cape
on
Town
16.
City, yeah.
Bloem Celtic, 10 games as well, 16 points. Sundowns, this is the juggernaut.
Yeah.
That's our word of the day. On 15 points of 8 matches. So they could go to 24.
Yeah.
Wow. Kaiser Chiefs, 11 matches, 15. Chipper, and what's Orlando Pirates? 8th. 15.
They just can't score goals, Paul. They can't win away from home, struggling to score goals.
Bidvest, 10 games, 8 points. That's just
that's not
champions. No, you got to keep it going, I suppose. Right, let's get on to the weekend's football, but just where all the excitement comes in it, because I'm still in the last one standing, but I'm on shaky ground.
And you can't use Friday's games either.
And how many games are on Friday?
Sorry, it's Friday's game. It's the West Ham Leicester game, so you can't use that.
I wouldn't want to. Okay, so let us have a look at it. 17 to 10, 16 to 10. How do you see it? I see Leicester or
I like
West
Leicester.
Ham.
They were unlucky against Man City. The worst refereeing decision for the weekend for me. I know you'll say about the two. The guy was a dinkum red card, Vincent Kompany. Through ball after 5 minutes. Through ball, side down, Vardy, yellow card. Referee, bad angle, cowarded out of it, didn't send him off. They've had a lot of running, Man City. If they go down to 10 men after 5 minutes, they don't beat
Teams
Leicester.
that win the league
Need a bit of luck.
and they got it there. Yeah,
I can't have West Ham. I watched them against Watford.
Yeah.
I know that they had 3 shots in a minute, but I just don't like. The players are running, trying.
Yeah.
I think they're saving contracts. I don't think they like David Moyes. I like Leicester of the two teams. Yeah.
Crystal Palace, they've been a bit stiff. Give the old man his due.
Yeah.
He's got them firing.
Well, the first guy, that Nias, his Senegalese striker, he dived. They've given him 2 games for simulation.
Yes, I saw that. Great decision.
Yeah.
Great decision.
But
they gave the
Crystal
penalty.
Palace. Penalty and a goal, 1-1.
That's right. They gave the penalty.
Yeah.
They reviewed it and said,
yeah. Well,
fantastic. They must keep reviewing them.
They should give him a month. They shouldn't give him 2 games.
Yeah, give him a month.
But, Crystal Palace, this is their game. I haven't been impressed with Stoke. But this is the type of game where they'll try and play on the break, Stoke. But even against Brighton, I wasn't impressed with Stoke at Brighton. They're 1 up and then 2-1 up. I like Crystal Palace to finally...
20 plays 15.
Yeah.
Right, Man United, Brighton.
Well, should be an easy victory. Zlatan's back, Pogba's back. Boys are now quite happy. Stretford in, so it should be a comfortable victory.
Yeah,
Paul.
Man United. And 1 to 6.
Well, I can't take that, but still.
Newcastle United.
Paul, I've been disappointed. They've lost the
They've
last
fallen-
3 games.
fallen
I'm
apart.
impressed with Watford.
What you can play there? Was it Richarlison?
Yeah, Richarlison, he's a Brazilian
He goes
up
past
front.
players.
I know,
He
he's
does
not
take
scared.
it, but he takes a dive. He could get himself a couple of weeks off,
Yeah.
but he can play. That
Yeah.
goal he got against West Ham when he got onto his left
Yes.
foot and stuck it was a very good goal.
No, he's a good player, Paul. It's a
Yeah,
great
good.
signing. I like Watford, the 2 teams.
Me
Yeah, they've
too.
scored 2 goals in the last 6 away games.
What's the story with Mini Mourinho? The boss.
Marco
What's-
Silva. Well, he wants to go to Everton, but the Watford owners don't want to let him go.
He's a good manager. Attacking
manager.
football.
Yeah.
Top manager.
He buys players to suit the situation.
But he goes forward,
Yeah.
but you you never sit back. If they
No.
get beat, it was a Chelsea beat them 3-2.
Well, Chelsea beat them 4-2, Everton 3-2.
Yeah,
they
they
didn't
should-
deserve to lose either.
They rolled Chelsea. No, they're a good sign. I agree with you. And then Swansea City, the pressure's starting to come on.
I like Bournemouth of the 2 teams. Swansea.
What are they
just-
like away from home?
No, they've won 3 of the last 4. They beat Newcastle away, they beat Stoke away, they beat Huddersfield. Chelsea beat them 1-0,
They're
but
good
that was
manager.
a good game. Yeah,
Good
I like
manager.
Eddie Howe.
He hasn't got a great squad.
No. He's dropped Jermaine Defoe, he's put him on the bench. So they've
Good
got a young
impact
guys.
player, impact
I
player.
like them of the 2.
Right, let's move on. Tottenham should...
Well, it should be, Paul. You won
Yeah,
your last 3 at
you
Wembley.
know,
The Hulu's over.
Who take-
Megson at West Brom. A lot of
No.
those players look like they don't want to be there. You got to fancy Spurs.
Yeah, you've got to fancy Spurs, yeah. Now, this is a great game.
Liverpool.
Liverpool are fantastic at home, but you've got to give it to them. How many goals have they conceded? Not that many at home.
But this is the wrong team. They haven't beat Chelsea in the last 6 games at Anfield. They've drawn 4 and lost 2. Remember when Gerrard slipped?
Yes,
Maria?
yes.
So I like Chelsea. Liverpool, but you can't defend like the way they defend. Morata and Hazard, and Chelsea are organised.
Yeah, they'll come at you.
You've got to fan. It's a 1-2-3 game, obviously.
They're not
but
going to park the bus.
Well, they'll keep a couple sit back, but obviously Hazard and Morata and Willian, those guys, Pedro, they'll have a go.
They're pacey, they're good. My mate's playing well. He got a great goal the other day.
Alonso.
Yeah, great goal at the far post. No
We'll
one
see
marking.
him against Mane on the weekend, but
Yeah, we see how good he is there. Yeah, no. Mane's a
should be a great game, Paul.
It could be a great game. It could be 3-3
Could be.
again.
Well, I'd like to be
Again
0-0,
for the-
but no, you.
that to me has got goals written all over it. Now Southampton, I kept thinking they're a better side. They're a better side.
They just play too slow.
Yes,
Don't
yes.
give the ball. The Spanish football, but they haven't got creative midfield players in the last third.
Who's Puel?
No. He's at Leicester.
He's
They've
at
got Pellegrino, the ex-Liverpool centre-half. He was Rafa Benitez's assistant. He's a manager there. I fancy them this week. Everton have been, they have a
Dodgy.
go, Everton, but they're poor side. I think there'll be goals in this game,
Yeah.
believe it or not. But I like Southampton here.
Who's the boy who played for England the other day? He got a double barrel name, youngster.
He plays up front, yeah.
Yeah. Is he with
Calvin
Everton?
Lewis, I think it is.
Yeah.
He
Is
came
he
up,
with-
he
is he-
scored. He's at Everton, but he's been on the bench.
He's got potential.
No, he can
He's
play.
a youngster, yeah. He's a very good player. And then Budge, what have we got
Well,
there?
Burnley, Arsenal, the way Arsenal played against Spurs.
Yeah, Arsenal, good side.
But
They've got
I've
the
got-
quality.
I just think this is a hijack thing. Those 2 boys up front have been missing all season, Ozil and Sanchez.
They
I
can-
think they're playing for contracts now. They're looking
Yeah,
for. They're playing for moves.
They've showed some ability in their last couple of games. I think they're coming right, and Sanchez scored.
Yeah.
But Burnley have been...
Burnley have buried everybody in our competition.
Now, weren't they looking for Sean Dyche
Well,
for
Sean
Everton?
Dyche, but Everton want a bigger name.
Than Sean Dyche?
Yeah. So, Sean Dyche has worked his way through the leagues.
But
He's
how
not a
good is he?
glamorous name. But no, Everton, the way the football that he plays, maybe Everton don't want that. They want a more expansive game. I would take Dyche.
I would take Dyche. He's got the most expensive watch.
Yeah, I think he's just pawned it. But,
Yeah, he pawned it to
Yeah,
get
they've
back.
only lost one of the last 10 league games,
That's-
Burnley, and that was to Man City.
Fantastic side.
So good luck to them.
Yeah, and then Huddersfield coming off a big smack shouldn't be good enough.
No, the way Man City.
Well, they've got to tighten up. How do you stop Man City?
No, you can't. Should be
they-
plenty of goals in that.
Yeah.
Especially for
Okay,
Man
and
City.
then on we move to the local football. Now, the local football's picking up. And let's go to our first game, which is Marisburg United.
Well, Marisburg haven't scored in the last 5 league games. They're playing a Bidvest team who are
Who
struggling.
have to start turning it around.
They've got to turn around. But, they beat Chiefs to get to the final of the Telcom, so that should give them confidence. Of the 2 teams, I like Bidvest fits,
Me
but
too.
obviously it draws a player.
Okay, Chipper United, Sundowns
Chipper at
on
home.
the roll.
Chipper haven't lost in, I think it's 8 games, Paul, and they knocked them out of the Telcom in East London. But Sundowns, with all the players back fresh, I think Sundowns should
Sundowns
beat
are going
them.
to start rolling.
Good team, yeah.
Kaiser Chiefs in different form.
Well, they're playing at the Mozambique Stadium in Durban here.
They do well there.
Yeah, but likewise, they haven't scored in the last 3 games. They've drawn the last 3 0-0. But it's going to come. But
Kaiser Chiefs and Orlando Pirates. two perennially top sides in
Yeah.
this country. There's a dearth of strikers in our national side.
Yeah.
Normally they were picked from these, the Parkers and people like that who could play. Where are the strikers?
But Paul, the creative side of it's also gone.
Has it, eh?
It's also, you have a look.
Where's Dolly?
Well, he's now playing for Montpellier in France. He's left Sundowns. He's gone. He's taken the money.
Talent, eh?
Quality player.
Yeah. So that's interesting. We just can't seem to get goals.
Yeah.
Okay. So Chiefs win it.
Well, they should win it.
Golden Arrows.
This
Cape
is a
Town
tough
City.
game. Cape Town City,
They're
Billy
right up
McCarthy,
there.
one of those Jekyll and Hyde teams. This is second versus third. Golden Arrows have only lost one game all year, and that was at Supersport.
Is this Lamont for Golden Arrows?
This is Clinton Larson's team. Yeah.
Where would they play?
This game will be played at Princess Magoga in Kwamashu. That's their home ground. So a draw's a big player, but I like Golden Arrows of the two teams.
Ajax Cape Town, how they doing?
Well,
They're in 16th
They
place.
third body, they're struggling as well. I just worry about Amazulu. They should have won last night. Maybe they've given too much effort.
Yeah.
It's a downer playing Kaiser Chiefs. I like Ajax Cape Town. I'll have
Do
a
you?
bet on them.
Amazulu played well though.
Yeah,
Give
but
them their
maybe
credit, they
it's
weighed well.
step too far.
And then here we go. Baraka, top of the log.
Yeah, playing Platinum. Yeah, local
This will be a good
derby.
game.
Yeah. Baroque have been drawing a lot of games lately, Paul. That's
Yeah.
been their problem. We're also struggling for goals. Platinum Stars, your mate Roger Desar, they've unbeaten the last 6. They've moved off the bottom of the league. A draw a big player, but obviously you've got to fancy Baroque if it's to be a winner.
Okay, and then Bloom Celtic.
Well, Pirates.
Pirates play well, but they
Yeah,
can't score. I watched them the other day. But
Yeah.
amazing. Sometimes there were 3 against 1 they were
Yeah,
going forward
yeah,
so
just
quickly. They couldn't score.
Yeah, well,
the keeper kept saving.
Yeah, well, the last 16 away league games, drawn 6 and lost 10. Sorry, drawn 10 and lost 6. They haven't won.
That's not good enough.
It's not good enough.
That's not good enough. Well, then by law of averages, you've got to back them. It has to turn,
But
sure.
they just can't score goals, Paul. That's
Go
the
down to
biggest problem.
Bloemfontein and turn it. And then we got the CAF Confederation final,
Yeah, the
second leg.
Yeah, Zambia won 2-1. They got out of jail, Supersport. It went 1-1. The guy scored a great goal for Supersport. But the last 25 minutes, Congolese guys were all over them.
Can they
played
play?
Yeah, they can. But they played on an artificial pitch.
Yeah,
Now, you could see there were several guys that played for Bafana in the Supersport team, and they were knackered.
yeah.
So I think Supersport will win it. I think they'll beat them.
Let's hope so. Okay, that's where we go right now, Budge. Let's get on to our soccer sixes. Tell us about the first one.
Yeah, I've gone the draw. I've banked Supersport United to beat TPM Zambia at the bottom. I've gone Sundowns win and draw against Chippa. Wits win and draw at Maritzburg. I've gone Chiefs win and draw looking for an upset with Free State Stars. I like Ajax Cape Town win and draw against Amazulu. Golden Arrows win and draw against Cape Town City. And banked Supersport 192. Yeah, the draws have been too many draws in the PSL lately.
I'm thinking I like Wits. You've got them covered.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the next one then, Budge.
Yeah, the next one's the English one. I've gone 3 fields, 3 bankers. I've gone the field with Crystal Palace and Stoke. I've banked Man United to beat Brighton. I've gone the field Newcastle, Watford. I like Bournemouth this week. That's my play. I've banked Tottenham. Think they'll be too good for West Brom. And I've thrown the field Liverpool, Chelsea.
If you're a Crystal Palace fan,
Well, I'd go win and draw, Paul. But
Yeah.
we have the 162 we can spend. So I've thrown
all right, soccer 10, Budge.
soccer 10. Yeah, I banked Aston Villa to beat Ipswich.
The juggernaut.
The juggernaut. Yeah, I've gone the field relegation scrap Burton Albion against Sunderland. I've gone Crystal Palace win and draw against Stoke. I've gone the field with Hull City versus Bristol City. I've banked United to beat Brighton.
And Hove Albion.
And Hove Albion, yep.
And the
I've
next
gone
sheet.
win and draw Derby at Middlesbrough.
They're doing well.
Yeah, I've come right Derby. It'll be a close game. A draw's a big player. I like Watford, the two teams. So I've gone Watford win and draw at Newcastle. I've banked Bournemouth, banked Spurs. I didn't want to spend too much, so I've gone win and draw Chelsea at Liverpool. I think that'll be a draw, that game. Chelsea's recent record. They had to side one way, Paul, so I've gone with Chelsea.
The Liverpool supporters are having a roller coaster year. Watching goals go. When they go away from home, they get thumped into their net. They come home, they win comfortably.
Well, my mate Henry Nordy's always said every time Liverpool have a set piece against him, he turns the channel, turns the TV off.
Go and make a cup of tea.
Go and make a cup of tea.
Good
Right.
on you, Henry. All right, 13.
Well, I've gone win and
catch.
draw Chelsea at Liverpool. I've gone win and draw Crystal Palace against Stoke. I've banked Man United. I've gone Watford win and draw at Newcastle. I've banked Bournemouth, Tottenham and Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Second page, I've banked Fulham to beat
Stevie
Millwall,
B.
keep Stevie happy.
Yeah.
I've gone the field with Hull City versus Bristol City. I've gone win and draw Derby at Middlesbrough. I've gone for Preston to get at least a draw
Your
at
boys?
Norwich. Yeah,
Yeah.
Our defenders have come back now. Reading win and draw against Sheffield.
Didn't Reading come back with a 3-2 win the other day?
Yep, but they got beat 2-0 at Wolves in the last home game. But Wolves are going well.
Yeah, Wolves.
But now they drew 2-2 with Bolton in midweek. Reading, they're 2-0 down, and I've banked Wolves to beat Bolton at home 3:45.
Okie dokie. Right, the best part of the show.
Yeah, I've gone our
Budgie's best bets.
Premiership quad. I've gone Bournemouth at a 17-10. I think it's a great price to beat Swansea. I've gone over 2.5 goals in the Man United Brighton.
That's a good one.
Southampton Everton's a chance, and Huddersfield Man City.
Sorry, just the Southampton Everton 2.5 goals.
Over 2.5, yeah.
And Huddersfield, yeah. No, that's a good bet. But
14-1.
You got to hope that Bournemouth can keep going.
I like Bournemouth. Pressure's all over that Swansea team. Yeah, I've taken a flyer again on the Championship quartet. I've gone Fulham to beat Millwall. I've gone Wolves to beat Bolton. I've got QPR going well lately anyway, especially at home to beat Brentford. And I've gone over 2.5 goals. Hull City, Bristol City, 2,300 to 200.
Okay, the next.
Yeah, the winner draw 5. I've gone Chelsea win and draw at Liverpool. I've gone Watford to get at least a draw at Newcastle. I've gone Derby likewise at Middlesbrough. I think Preston will get a good result against Norwich. And the Ruhr Derby, we're talking about Dortmund.
The Ruhr Derby.
Yeah, the Schalke are going great. They're not involved in any European competition. They're second in the Bundesliga. They're playing Dortmund, who's struggling at the moment, Dortmund.
Yeah.
I know they played well against Spurs, but they just can't get a result. So 14-1, win and draw those 5.
That's very good.
Yeah, both teams to score. Newcastle, Watford, Crystal Palace and Stoke, Southampton, Everton and Barnsley, Leeds. That's a lunchtime kickoff in the Championship on Saturday.
Lovely.
10-1.
And then?
Well, the Spanish omelet's always
a
mixture. I've gone Real Sociedad to score in both halves against the struggling Las Palmas.
They've really gone down, eh?
Kiki Zanetti, and he's now gone to Real Betis. You know, Espanyol are playing on Monday night against Getafe. I like them. I was impressed with them the other night. They lost 2-0 against Valencia, going well, but they really played well. Both teams to score. Deportivo La Coruña against Atletico Bilbao. Over 2.5 goals, Real Betis Girona, 2,200 to 200.
6 and a Collis King.
Collis King, yeah. Well, I've thrown Bournemouth in to get a better price.
These all have to win?
All have to win, yeah. I've gone Bournemouth to beat Swansea. I've gone Real Sociedad to beat Las Palmas. I've gone Bayern Munich to beat Borussia Mönchengladbach. And the last 3 Italian sides are all going great. I've gone Inter Milan to win at Cagliari, Napoli to win at Udinese, and Roma to beat Genoa. Just over 20-1.
That's good odds. Let's hope we get that. But so this week,
Friday night kickoff.
But that doesn't come into last one standing. The guys
right.
got their bets in. And it's going to happen one of these days, Budge. There's 59 guys left. Some guys going to go
on a big week.
Go on a bender and forget to put a team in.
Yeah.
He's covered. He gets the highest ranked team that he hasn't used.
Well, I'll get all the WhatsApps to be sent today, Paul.
Will they?
Yeah, I can send everybody.
Sure, I looked at it. It's a tough call for me to stand. Whoa, it's a tough call. I can't. I've used up big teams. I've scraped through with Everton, but I think you're right. It's one of those boys that you took at the beginning of the show.
Roger Scott.
The money's come for Roger Scott to win it. Sean Phillips still got a lot of teams. Mark Curry, they're going well. And Gavin Redford.
Bodrum. Yeah.
Bodrum. Anything else?
Paul, hope no manager get fired this weekend.
Yeah, 12 weeks, 5 managers. All right, well, guys, that's the lot for now. Make sure you stay on side.